Hello and welcome to Vancouver. Many people say that you should visit Vancouver because it's beautiful, and it is. You can even do this and this in the same day. But I think that you should visit Vancouver for the sushi. Vancouver has so many sushi restaurants, with over 600 sushi restaurants already and more being opened every day. It may have the most sushi restaurants per capita of any city in the world. With so many options, the prices are affordable and you can eat sushi for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When I lived in Vancouver, that's exactly what I did. So where did sushi come from and why is it so popular in Vancouver? Sushi was invented sometime between the 5th and the 3rd century BC in Southeast Asia. After a big flood, many farmers would find dead fish, mostly carp, laying in their rice fields. So they used fermented rice to pack around and inside the fish and then stuff them in barrels as a way to preserve the fish. After about a year, the farmers took the fish out of the barrels and they would scrape the rice off and then eat the fish. This was the first sushi. It was not until the 19th century that Hanaya Yohei invented sushi as we commonly know it today, Edo sushi or nigiri. Yohei discovered that after there was a big fire in Tokyo, many men would come into the city to rebuild the city, and these men needed to be fed. So Yohei set up what was one of the first food trucks and would go and get fresh fish from Tokyo Bay, cut it up, and throw it on top of big rice balls that he seasoned with vinegar. He would cut the balls into 2 pieces and then serve them to his patrons. This became the beginnings of what we call today nigiri sushi. Only Yohei's pieces were about 3 times the size of a nigiri piece of sushi that we eat today. The biggest influence in exploding sushi's popularity came at the beginning of the 20th century with the invention of refrigeration. Refrigeration made it possible to preserve the fish and made it much safer to eat. In Japan, sushi became a more expensive and high-end food that generally was consumed at a time of celebration. It was not until sushi came to North America that it became a more affordable meal and something that was sometimes consumed on a daily basis. The first sushi restaurant was opened in Vancouver in 1963, and it operated up until just a few years ago when the building that it was in was demolished to make way for high-rises. The California roll, one of the most popular sushi rolls in the world, was invented in 1970 in Vancouver by a chef named Hidekazu Tojo. Tojo still runs his restaurant today in Vancouver, where you can sample some of the most unique and most expensive sushi that Vancouver has to offer. Personally, my favorite places to eat sushi in Vancouver are the little hole-in-the-wall places that are difficult to find. The places where when you walk in the door, they yell at you in Japanese, "Irashaimase! Hajimemashite!" There's something about eating sushi in this environment that seems authentic to me, and it reminds me of what it could have been like to eat sushi 150 years ago in Tokyo at Hanaya Yohei's roadside food stand. Sushi is a healthy, quick, and affordable meal. And I think because of Vancouver's proximity to the ocean and a large percentage of an ethnic Asian population, Vancouver sushi restaurants have figured out how to make some of the most tasty sushi in the entire world. So if you don't visit Vancouver for the beauty, visit for the sushi. This is the 5th episode in a series on the past and how it influences our lives today. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down there, give me a thumbs up, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you next week.